Hey y'all, let me show you how I do my pulled corned beef. Thank y'all for coming back this Wednesday. I decided this would be a good one to show y'all with St. Patrick's Day coming up. And we all know we like that corned beef. Alright y'all, today we got us a point cut corned beef brisket. Now, when you're in the grocery store, you're going to see you can get a point or you can get a flat. Now, if you're looking for more of a lean meat, you want to get the flat. That's going to give you a better slice if you're just slicing it. Now, if you're wanting more flavor, more moist, you want to get a point. That's going to have more fat content to it. But, enough of that. Let's get started. Now, our corned beef is already in a brine. We want to get it out of that. Normally, people boil this meat, and we're not going to do that. And we're not going to use this little pack either. We're going to get it out of this. We're going to get it over into our Cambro. We're going to fill this up with water, let it soak overnight, and then we'll be back tomorrow to smoke it. Alright, we got a corned beef out of the fridge. We let this sit for 12 hours in water. Now halfway through we did change the water out. The reason we did this is so the meat is not as salty. So corned beef normally sits in a salt brine. So you don't want your meat to be too salty, especially when we're cooking it the way we're cooking it. Because normally it's cooked in a boiling fashion and that reduces some of that salt. But let's get this drained off and get it seasoned up. Alright y'all, we're going to get our rub made for our corned beef. I'm going to start off with 2 teaspoons of pickling spice. And then I'm going to come in with a teaspoon of peppercorns. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of mustard seed. And a teaspoon of, ground coriander. Then we're going to add a teaspoon of onion powder. And a teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm going to run mine through a blender, that way I can get the seeds and peppercorns ground up. Alright, that's the consistency that I'm pretty much looking for. Alright, let's get our meat out and get it into here. Now what we want to do is just take a paper towel, we want to pat it dry. Let's get this other side. Alright, now since we're going to pull this, I'm not going to trim anything off. I'm going to leave it just like this. Now we want to go in and we want to get our rub put on our corned beef. Alright y'all, we're going to make us another batch of rub. Alright, we got our other batch of seasoning. Let's get this side good and coated. Alright, and this is what it's going to look like once you have all your rub put on there. It's going to create a crust. And that's what we want. Alright, now we're going to let this sit and sweat in while we get our pellet grill fired up. Alright, so we got our pellet grill set for 275. And let's get it on. We're going to do fat side up. We'll be back in about an hour to check on it. Alright y'all, it's been an hour. And this is what it looks like. We still got a ways to go. We'll come back and check in about an hour. Alright y'all, we've had this going for 4 hours. We waited till it got to 175 degrees. Now we want to get it off and get it wrapped and put it back on here. Put it in our pan. We're going to take us 2 cups of beef broth and get it down in here so we can finish cooking. Now if you're looking to slice this, you want to take it to 205, but for pulling we're going to take it to about 212. Let's go ahead and get it covered. And we're going to keep our pellet grill running at 275 degrees. Alright, we'll be back in a little bit. Alright y'all, it's been going for 2.5 hours. Hitting about 212. And that's what it looks like. We're going to keep it wrapped up. We're going to put it in the house and let it rest for about an hour, and then we're going to pull it. Alright y'all, we're back inside. We let our corned beef rest. Let's get this thing shredded. Ooh. Just set it to the side. Oh yeah. What's that? That looks good, don't it? Ooh, y'all, this looks so good. Oh yeah. This will make the perfect Reuben. Alright y'all, got it all pulled apart. Let's take a bite. Lord have mercy, that's good. Make sure y'all catch me next Wednesday. You can look for me on all social media, Cooking with Babe. And I hope y'all have a happy and safe St. Patrick's Day.